Welcome everybody. It is Tuesday and you are cooking in the kitchen with Evey. Welcome. Today we are going to be making another wonderful lunchtime recipe. This is part of my lunchtime series, my light lunches that I've been doing. This is, again, another Mediterranean dish which is highly anti-inflammatory. The Mediterranean diet is wonderful for fighting inflammation, for keeping us younger, feeling better, reducing all those aches and pains that come with inflammation of the joints, right? So today I'm going to make a chopped salad. So I've been making some salads this week and I just thought that this would be a little bit different, shake it up a little bit. So, but we're going to make it with salmon. And I have some fresh salmon here that I'm going to cook up while we're cooking here. And just wanted to show you some of the wonderful anti-inflammatory ingredients that we're going to be adding in. We have some nice greens. This is arugula here. I'm going to mix it with some of the romaine, some tomatoes, some olives, artichoke hearts. Yum. We've got cucumbers as well, and a wonderful light lemon vinaigrette to put on top, as well as having some feta cheese just to finish it off. But to start off, I just wanted to start the salmon going. I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of, I did turn my skillet on, and I'll turn it up in a moment, but I just wanted to sprinkle a little bit of salt on my salmon fillet here. I did pat it to dry it out. Grab my pepper mill and just put a little bit of pepper on that. What I'm going to do is add a little bit of olive oil to my skillet. I have a nice cast iron skillet here. I like working with the cast iron skillet because it gets the skin nice and crispy. So I don't know if you're like me, but I really do like the skin on the salmon. So I'm just going to wait a minute for that to heat up and add my fish in when that's hot. I'm going to cook it for about 5 minutes, turn it over, let it cook a couple of minutes more. I like my salmon rare, so I'll probably be cooking it maybe about 7 minutes today. All right, let me then grab a spatula here. Nice thing about a cast iron skillet too is you can use a real metal spatula in it. Not worried about it scratching. All right, can you hear that sizzling? That's nice. All right, I've got it on about a medium heat right now. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to check on it periodically, check my time as well. Let's see, all right, so at 2:08, we'll check that out. Everybody remind me, okay? So I don't let it overcook. In the meantime, I'm going to make up my salad dressing. And for that, I'm going to just combine 2 parts of my olive oil. And I actually lied. This is not my olive oil today. I'm using avocado oil. I really do like avocado, the flavor of avocado oil, and I use them interchangeably. Depends on which jar I pick up. So I've added in 2 tablespoons of my avocado oil, and I did squeeze half of a lemon, and so fresh lemon juice. I also, I'm going to check my salmon here. All right, seems to be doing all right. We're going to give it a little bit more time. While that's cooking up, I'm going to press 1 garlic clove into that dressing. And then I'm going to add in about a half teaspoon of salt and maybe about a 1/4 teaspoon of my cracked pepper. Very good. Now you may have noticed that I did not cover my pan here. I just turn on my fan. But I did not cover the pan. I'm just letting it cook away here. I'm going to check on it again in a minute. So I have now 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, some salt, some pepper, a clove of garlic, and I'm going to add in about ½ teaspoon of Dijon mustard. I love adding Dijon mustards to my vinaigrettes because it helps emulsify, which means it helps keep all those ingredients mixed together nicely so that the oil and the lemon juice does not separate out as quickly. And that's it. I'm just going to cover this up now. You'll see I have a nice jar with a lid here. I'm going to give it a good shake. Best way to make salad dressing. And here you have it. Can you see that? Nice, creamy looking. All right, so we've got that done. How are we doing for time? We still have a couple minutes. All right, while that's going on, I did mention this was a chopped salad, right? So I have a nice big bowl here. And into that bowl, I want to add my greens. I'm going to add those first. And I have some freshly cleaned romaine lettuce. And I'm going to add in about 2 cups of my lettuce. And then I had that wonderful arugula. I did have some arugula mixed in with my romaine here, I'm seeing. So I'm just going to add a little bit more of that arugula to the mix. What's nice about these greens, they're nice, they're hearty. The arugula gives it a nice, almost a bite to it. But it's very good, very healthy, nice dark green color. Remember, the darker the color of the vegetable, the more antioxidants that are in there, the more goodness for us and nutrition for us. All right, I'm going to turn my salmon here. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Might even just pull it to the side. I don't want to get too hot. I'll show it to you in a minute when it's done. All right, so while that's sizzling away, I'm going to now add in, so I have my greens. I have half of an English cucumber here. And I don't need to chop it up all that much because I will be chopping it once it gets into the bowl. And by the way, I don't have a chopper per se. I do have a pastry cutter. Can you see that? That I like to cook. This is from my grandma. And it's been handed down into the family. I love using it. This is also from her. It is also another pastry cutter that you can use to chop. If you don't have anything like that, 2 sharp knives crisscrossed as you go can chop up the salad as well. But for now, I'm just going to roughly chop my cucumber. Let me check my salmon. I like to kind of give it the, I'm going to leave it on for 1 more minute. Over that heat. It's probably just a little bit underdone quite yet. I like mine fairly rare. Depending on how you like your salmon cooked will dictate how long you leave it on the burner. As I said, I'm going to leave it on for about 7-8 minutes. All right. I've got my cucumber added. Now I would like to add my tomatoes. So I have about a pint of, of grape tomatoes here. And I'm just going to cut them in half right away. And the way I like to do that, I kind of line them up. I have a nice sharp knife here. And I'll just go through doing maybe about 3 at a time. I find that if I at least cut them in half, then when I'm chopping them, they don't slide away. They'll actually chop rather than skitter to the side of the bowl. And by the way, if you don't like chopped salads, if you find them looking a little messy, you could just leave it like this, which is beautiful. All right, now I'm going to remove my salmon. Let me show you what that looks like. So I started with the skin side down, so the skin's on top right now. But there it is. Oh, doesn't that look great? All right, I'm gonna put that onto a separate plate. Yeah, look at that. Let's see, let's turn it so you can see it. Okay, good. I'm just going to set that to the side. I actually do want it to cool just a little bit and settle. In the meantime, let's finish our bowl, right? Okay, so I have my tomatoes added now. Now what I'd like to do, I have some artichoke hearts here. I'm going to add in a half of a jar, or half a can in this case. This is just in brine. So I'm going to add in, I drain them, and I'm adding in half of my can of artichoke hearts. Now, if you'd like, you can use marinated artichoke hearts as well. I just like to use the fresh ones. They're not fresh, they're canned, but the less flavored ones. Let's put it that way. And then also, I'm going to add in some kalamatas, olives. And I'm going to add in probably about, I would say about a quarter cup of those kalamata olives. All right. Now comes the fun part. All right, get chopping. So I'm just going to go around and give everything a good chop. This is fun. Makes everything bite-sized. You don't have to worry about using a knife while you're eating. Whoops, one of them jumped out. That's a possibility. Now, if you have a metal bowl, you could use a metal bowl for this as well. All right. And there you have it. I think that's good enough. I just grab a salad serving tongs and give it a toss. See whether we like that consistency. Oh, I like the consistency. I think that that's good. All right, Mr. Olive. On your plates. There we go. So let me show you. Oh, wait, I just see another tomato in there that I really would like chopped. There we go. Nice. Okay. And what's nice about this is, you know, some of the pieces are finely chopped, some of them are less finely chopped. You can see from the consistency there what it looks like. All right, so we now have our salad ingredients all chopped up into our bowl. Now, you can just dress this and put your beautiful piece of salmon, where did I put it, on top, or if you're doing truly a chopped up salad, I'm gonna grab a fork and just flake my salmon. Oh, is that beautiful? I'm going to show this to you in a second. Oh my gosh, it smells delicious too. It's nice, it's juicy, it's moist. Can you see how I flaked that there? All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently toss those flakes into my bowl. I'm leaving the skin behind. I think that's going to be a snack for me later on. All right, and I'm just going to lightly toss that in. It's had some time to cool, so it's not too hot to be in with those other ingredients. Oh, that was wonderful. I do like that. And what I'm going to do now is add in my dressing. I mean, this looks so juicy, you almost don't need a dressing on it. But the dressing will add a little zing to it, especially since we added that Dijon mustard in. Ooh, smell that garlic. That's fabulous. Oh, that reminds me of my grandma's kitchen. All that garlic. It was an Italian kitchen. All right, here we go. All right, and I want to grab my feta cheese. All right. And I did cheat and I got pre-crumbled feta cheese. So make it easier. Now, here's our bowl, as you can see. All right. Let me grab a dish. And pile it on. Oh, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Look at that. Oh, that's so good. Get some tomatoes there. I love those tomatoes. Okay. All right. I'm going to just crumble a little bit of that feta cheese on top. Maybe have about a tablespoon of feta cheese there. And I'm thinking maybe what we might like is a little garnish. I have my parsley here in my glass container. This is the way I store it in my refrigerator. And this will add a little bit of flavor as well. And there you have it. That is one super salad. That is, it's, you know what, I have it for the lunchtime series, but it really is hearty enough to have as a dinner meal. So, I hope you get to try this. Maybe you'll try it this week. Let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing about what your experience are. If you mix it up and add something different to it, let me know. It's always fun to share. All right? So I'm going to maybe have some of this. Hold on one second. Let me turn off my fan. Quiet again. I'm going to go try some of my salad now. And I'm hoping that you have a wonderful rest of the day. It's actually a beautiful day here. It does look like summer has finally come to the Chicagoland area. Wonderful. And I will be set, or maybe I'll save it for dinner. We'll see. All right. Until next week, I hope you stay well. I hope you eat well. I will see you next Tuesday right here in my kitchen. Bye-bye for now.